Hi guys, this is the Global English Grade 8 Unit 1, Languages of the World, Part 1, My Language, Your Language. So let's take a look at vocabulary. Now this passage is actually found in your coursebook, okay? And here we are asked to do two things. We are asked to find the languages and we are asked to find the countries listed in the text. Now you feel free to pause here and try it on your own, and when you're ready, resume the video to find out the answers. Ready? Okay then. First, let's take a look at the languages. All right. So there are a total of 12 languages listed in these texts. And here they are. We've got English, Japanese, Spanish, German, French, Maori, Javanese, Indonesian, Welsh, Italian, Mandarin Chinese, and Cantonese. Okay. Now, with some of these languages, you can actually tell which country they are from. For example, English is the language of England because the word English is actually the adjective form of the word England. If you're from England, you are English. As a person, as a citizen of the country, you are English. And the language is also English. The same logic could be applied to most of the languages listed here, such as Japanese from Japan, Spanish from Spain, German from Germany, French from France, Javanese from Java, which is a part of Indonesia, Indonesian is Indonesia, Welsh from Wales, Italian from Italy, and Mandarin Chinese, the Chinese part indicates that it's from China. Next, we're going to try to find the countries listed in these texts, and there's actually one in each text, okay? So it's New Zealand, Indonesia, Wales, and Hong Kong. This part should be pretty easy. Moving on, still on the topic of vocabulary, we're going to try to find words in these four texts that have these meanings, okay? The first meaning we're going to try to identify is a little. Which word or phrase in this passage has that meaning? Well, a bit of, okay? A bit of in the first text here has the meaning a little. Next, the language of the country you were born in. If you were born in a country, what is that the language of that country to you? Okay, that is the native language. Okay, for example, in the United States of America, the native language is English. In let's say South India, in a state, the state of Kerala in South India, the native language is Malayalam. So these are all different languages that are basically the first language of most people who are born in that area. Next, speaking two languages. This is an adjective that has the meaning speaking two languages. Okay, and the word is bilingual. If you are bilingual, that means you can speak two languages. Next, able to use a foreign language easily. So what would we say? That's clearly an adjective, right? So what would it mean? If you are able to use a foreign language easily, that means you are fluent in it. Okay? Next, we have the language you learn after your first language. This one is actually quite simple. Just using common logic, we can understand. After your first language, you get your second language. Next, we have no longer existing. Like the dinosaurs, for example, they no longer exist. The word here is extinct. Okay? So extinct is basically, it basically carries the meaning of no longer existing. It's not around anymore. Let's move on to determiners, okay? Now, this is one of the biggest grammar rules we're going to learn in this subunit. And this is going to be a little bit complex if you're not familiar with it, so pay attention. Now, let's take two people, A and B. If we want to say that, I want to use both of, what does that mean? Okay, both A and B or both of them. That would mean that both are positive. We don't use it with negative. We don't say both of them don't like. Okay, both of them are happy. Both A and B are boys. So we use it with positive and we say both of them, which means both of them, A and B, fulfill the criteria. Next, we have neither of. So neither of is similar to both, but it's negative. That means A is not and B is not. And bear in mind that this is used in singular. Okay, A and B are not. So A is not, B is not. So we say, for example, we could say, neither my brother nor my sister love music. Okay, loves with an S, music. Why? Because we use it as a singular. Neither is short for not either. Right? The next one we're going to look at is each of, okay, or each. This one means both of them. A is correct, B is correct, but it is treated as a singular, which means we say is, not are. So each of them has had lunch. Each of them loves to play basketball. Okay? A similar rule can be used for more than two people. For example, A, B, C, D. Okay? Earlier, what we saw is examples of only with two people. All those examples are just where two subjects are involved. Now we have more than two. So each of is still applicable to more than two people when all of them fulfill the criteria. So you can say, each of my classmates is 7 years old. Okay? Next, we're going to take a look at every, which is pretty much the exact same as each. In fact, in most situations, they are interchangeable. You can replace each with every. Okay? Next, all of. Now, this one is similar to it, where all of them are positive, but we use it as a plural. So we say, all of my classmates are 7 years old, not is. Each of my classmates is 7 years old. All of my classmates are 7 years old. Next, we have none of, which is the opposite of all of. But like neither, none is actually short for not one. Okay, not one. That means it is used in singular. Next, we're going to take a look at these questions which are available in your course book. Okay, the first example is already given. Both my parents or both of my parents speak English, so I hear it a lot at home. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to complete the rest of these questions. So once again, feel free to pause the video here, and when you're ready, you can resume for the answers. Ready? Good. Let's look at question number 2. I've got 2 English friends, and blank them are from London. They were born there. They are English. They were born in London. That means A and B, both of them are from London. So the answer here is both of. Both of them are from London. Next, we have number 3. My 2 cousins live in India, but, okay, remember the but means a negation. We're talking about a contradiction, something that is the opposite, okay? But blank them has ever been to Mumbai. Another clue is has. So it must be a determiner that works with a singular, okay? So here, the answer is neither of. So my 2 cousins live in India, but neither of them has ever been to Mumbai. Right? Observe that neither is used with a singular. Next, number 4. I practice my Italian blank summer when I go to see my grandparents in Bologna. So what determiner can we fit here? Of course, there are many other answers we could fit, but we're looking for a determiner. The answer is each or every. Both answers are acceptable. I practice my Italian each summer, or I practice my Italian every summer. Next, in English, blank, the words for languages start with a capital letter. Now, languages are proper noun. That means every single language starts with a capital letter. Okay? So, in English, blank, the word starts for languages start with a capital letter. The answer is all or all of. You can say all the words or all of the words. Both are acceptable. So, that is the end of Unit 1, Part 1, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.